Hello! It's that time of year again. It's Halloween time. And today, we're going to be setting up my spreads for my October bullet journal. It's a different format, so stay tuned for another video coming very soon. I hope you enjoyed my spooky intro, but now let's go and move on to my cover page. So today I'm just going for the easiest black spread where I'm just using a black pen to letter out the word October with some spooky lettering, which is not that spooky to be honest, but with some flourishes, and filming in some different angles with the help of my flatmate. And of course, to bring it into the October theme, I am using spiderwebs and a bat. So I was inspired by this picture over here on the right, and I tried to make it my own, but I think I copied it mostly, so all credit goes to this person. So once I'd done the spiderwebs on the top, I moved on to my bat on the bottom, and first of all I used a thin gel ink pen to outline the bat, and then I went in with a black brush pen to kind of colour it in. Unfortunately, I realised a bit too late that my bat wing on the right was bigger than the bat wing on the left, but I mean, that's alright. I was a little bit disappointed with how it turned out, so I added another spider web on the bottom, and this is how it turned out. For my monthly log, I went with a simple calendar as usual. I added in my theme, of course, and the different numbers. I tried to make things look a little bit more fun, a little bit different to what I usually do. It didn't really look that much different, it's just the theme, I guess you could say. I was very happy with how this turned out though, because it is just very, very cool. I really love the font that I used as well this month. It's very reminiscent of my June theme. I'll link it here in the card above. But it is still kind of different, and it is a bit more spooky in a way, I guess you could say. Not that much either, but I really, really liked it. So here I'm just lettering the letters of October. I absolutely love the flourish of the T. I think it looks so, so cool. And I'm going in with some just fun transitions so that we can go faster through the lettering, because we're not going to sit here all day. I switched to a brush pen, for the spiderweb this time, because I thought it was going to give it a better effect, like a different effect, because of the angle of the brush pen. Sometimes the web is thinner, sometimes it's fatter, and I think it just looked better altogether. Of course, I drew in my spider, and this spider reminds me of the spider on the Spider-Man suit. And I think I mentioned this before, but I am definitely a fan of Marvel, so putting the Spider-Man here was really cool. I really love the little bat that I drew on the side here. This time it was slightly more symmetrical than the cover page one, which was really, really nice. And I think it just turned out really, really nice, this whole monthly spread. Moving on to my habits tracker, I absolutely love the habits tracker that I've been using for the last few months, and it's to have a graph tracker on the top and then a habits tracker where you tick off every single day that you've done something on the bottom. So you're going to see what I mean in just a bit, but first I drew on some spider webs to bring everything together. I drew out the lettering for habits with this brush pen. So this is a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, in case you were wondering. And I coloured in every single letter, and of course the flourish on the T makes me just so, so happy. With a gel ink pen, I drew the graph out. So I have 21 boxes vertically, and of course 31 boxes horizontally. And so the 31 on the horizontal side is for the days of the month, and then the y-axis is my steps and my screen time. At the bottom, I drew out the lines for every single day of the week, and I'm going to be tracking a certain number of habits. I draw out like all the lines beforehand before I even know which habits that I want to track, just in case I have a lot of habits that I want to track. And if there are only 3, then I only have 3 habits, but that's okay. I also separated the boxes with by weeks. So the first 3 days are from the previous week, then there's 7, 7, and 7. And this is how the habits tracker turned out. I think it was really cool with the added spider on the side. Moving on to my finance tracker, every single month this is the same, and you can go back and watch other videos of me explaining how this works. But this month is the first time that I've actually changed it up a little bit, where I've written finance at the top of the whole page. Of the 2 pages, sorry. Usually it just sticks on the top of 1 page because I have a lot of finance stuff to write in, but I actually found a different technique, which is you're going to see in just a minute after I finish writing the letters for the word finances. I of course redid the spider web to make it look like my themes, and I absolutely love all the flourish work that I've done in this spread as well. Oh, and a spider, because I like spiders. So the finance tracker, I'm just drawing out very rapidly, so 5 different columns. It's divided by date, item, category, cost, and a little tick, and the categories are summarized on the bottom of the right page, and this is so that I can calculate totals per category at the end of each month. I haven't really been sticking to this all that much because I've been a bit lazy recently, but the month of September I actually managed to get back into it, so I'm going to be getting back into it in October as well. The final spread that I'm going to be showing you today is my 1 line a day and my gratitude tracker. My weekly spreads I will show you as I go through the month because I'm actually going to be doing rolling weeklies. And in case you don't know what a rolling weekly is, it's instead of pre-planning all of your daily boxes, you don't pre-plan anything, and on the day that you need to write something out, you write something out. I think this will help me because I've been wasting a lot of paper because I haven't been using my bullet journal as much, meaning that by using a rolling weekly, I should use less paper and it'll be overall better for myself. Then I wrote out 1 line a day and gratitude with my black brush pen in this modern calligraphy font. And that was pretty much the whole spread done, and I'm super happy with how this turned out. I know that this plan with me was a bit rushed, I guess. I don't really talk as much. I'm just trying out something new here, so let me know how you like the styling today. Do you want me to talk a bit more about other things whilst I'm doing my videos, or just talking about how I'm planning things out? Please let me know down in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. And now we're moving on to my final flip through, and so this is the cover page. I do like it, but it's not my favorite. My monthly log is definitely a great one. Then we have the habits tracker, my finances page, and then my 1 line a day and my gratitude log. And that's it. See you next week. Is anyone still here? If you are, leave a bat emoji in the comments. Also a quick update, sadly I didn't get the Archer&Olive design team position, but maybe I'll try again next year. Also, my flight to Australia was cancelled, so looks like I'll be sticking around Lisbon for a bit longer. And finally, actually no, there's no finally, but I'm going to remain positive and hope that I'm going to be back home in Australia very soon. Alright, bye!